Welcome back to the channel Rare Money Exchange. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you never miss out on the latest updates about valuable coins. And if you're a seasoned collector or just someone looking to cash in on your old coins, today's episode is going to blow your mind. Today, we're diving into a very rare coin that could be sitting right in your pocket or hiding in your collection. The 2015 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that is not just rare, but also worth up to $1.2 million. That's right, you heard me correctly. A penny worth $1 million? Stick around, because in the next 10 minutes, I'll explain why this penny is so valuable, how to spot one, and what you can do if you think you've got one. First things first, let's talk about what makes the 2015 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny so unique. As most of you know, U.S. coins typically have a mint mark that indicates where they were produced, whether it's the D for Denver or S for San Francisco. But in 2015, something strange happened. A small batch of pennies were produced with no mint mark at all, which is highly unusual for a year when a mint mark is expected. Now, this wasn't a complete mistake. It's believed that some of the 2015 pennies struck at the Philadelphia Mint were left without the P mint mark, which is the normal identifier for Philadelphia. But here's the kicker: this omission wasn't caught immediately. So, only a small number of these coins exist. In fact, experts estimate only around 1,000 to 2,000 of these no-mint mark 2015 pennies were ever made. Now, you might be wondering, why is this little penny worth so much? It all comes down to rarity and demand. Rare coins always attract attention from collectors, especially when they're missing something that should be there. Coins without mint marks are extremely hard to come by, and because they were produced during regular production, they didn't seem special at first. But over time, collectors and experts realized the significance. The fact that only a few of these were made makes them highly sought after. And with so many people looking to buy rare coins like this, the market value has skyrocketed. As of today, some of these 2015 no-mint mark pennies have been sold at auction for over $1 million. So how can you spot one of these rare pennies? Well, it's actually pretty simple. First, check the year. It should be 2015. Then, look closely at the reverse side of the penny. Usually, you'll see the mint mark next to the date, but on the 2015 no-mint mark penny, you won't see any mint mark at all. Next, pay attention to the overall condition of the penny. The better the condition, the more valuable it will be. A coin in mint condition with no wear could potentially fetch a higher price. You'll also want to look for any other signs that it may have been part of the original batch of these rare pennies. So let's talk about the big question. How much could your 2015 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny be worth? Pennies in pristine condition, often graded as MS65 or higher, can fetch well over $1 million. As I mentioned, only about 1,000 to 2,000 of these coins exist, so if you happen to have one in perfect condition, it could be worth a fortune. The market for rare coins like this can fluctuate, but collectors are always on the lookout for this missing mint mark. Now, if you think you have one of these elusive pennies, you might be wondering how to sell it and get the best price. Well, here's the process. First, get your coin professionally appraised. You want an expert to verify that it's the real deal and determine its condition. Many reputable dealers and auction houses specialize in rare coins and can provide an accurate valuation. Once it's authenticated, you can either sell it through an auction or work with a coin dealer who knows the market for high-value coins. Learn about the current market for rare pennies, so you're not caught off guard. Whether it's an auction house or dealer, make sure they have a good reputation. Rare coins can take time to sell, especially if you're waiting for the right buyer. If you believe your coin is worth a lot, hold out for the best possible offer. So, there you have it, the 2015 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. a tiny coin with a massive value. If you think you've got one, don't wait around. Get it appraised and see what it's worth. It could just be the treasure you've been looking for. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends who might have one of these rare pennies lying around. We have an incredibly exciting story for you. A rare coin worth a jaw-dropping $1.5 million. That's right, we're talking about the 2016 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. If you've ever wondered if your old coins could make you rich, stick around. This video is for you. I'll explain why this coin is so valuable, where you might find one, and how much it's really worth today. If you have any old pennies sitting around, keep watching. You could be sitting on a small fortune. Let's start with the basics. The 2016 Lincoln cent is a coin that most of us have seen before. It's the familiar penny with Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Union Shield on the reverse. But what makes this one so unique is its missing mint mark. Typically, pennies have a mint mark right below the date to indicate where they were made: Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But in 2016, a small number of these coins were struck without a mint mark, and that's where the mystery begins. So how did this happen? Was it deliberate, or was it a mistake? Well, it turns out, it was a production error at the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia. In 2016, there was a mix-up where certain pennies were struck without the usual mint mark. These mistakes are rare and highly sought after by collectors. At the time, no one expected these errors to become worth millions. But now, the 2016 no mint mark Lincoln pennies have become one of the most famous error coins in recent years. So why are these pennies worth so much? A 2016 Lincoln penny is usually worth just 1 cent. But the no mint mark error is a different story. These rare coins can fetch up to $1.5 million on the market, depending on their condition. The value comes from the rarity of the coin. Since most pennies from 2016 were minted at the Philadelphia Mint and carry the P mint mark, a coin with no mint mark is incredibly rare. Coin collectors and investors love a good mistake, especially when it's one that can't be replicated. The rarity and the story behind it make this coin a prized possession. Now, let's talk about how you can identify one of these rare pennies in your collection. The 2016 no mint mark penny will look like a regular penny at first glance, but here's the key detail: check the mint mark. If you don't see the P under the date, that's your first clue. You'll also want to check the coin's condition. Like all valuable coins, the better the condition, the higher the value. Look for sharp details, no wear, and minimal damage. Coins in mint or near mint condition are the ones that collectors will pay top dollar for. You might be wondering, how much can I sell my 2016 no mint mark penny for? Well, as we mentioned, these coins can be worth up to $1.5 million. However, most coins won't fetch that price unless they're in pristine condition. Even a well-worn penny can still bring in a few $100s, so it's worth checking every single 2016 penny you have. If you found one, it's crucial to have it authenticated by a professional. An expert can verify the rarity and condition of your coin, ensuring you get the best value when selling. So where can you sell your 2016 no mint mark penny? The best places to sell are through trusted coin dealers, online marketplaces, and auction houses. If you're serious about getting the best price, consider reaching out to a reputable dealer or a specialized auction for rare coins. Be cautious when selling rare coins. Do your research, get your coin graded, and ensure you're working with trusted professionals. And that's all for today, folks. If you think you've found one of these rare pennies, or if you have other old coins lying around, now you know exactly what to look for. Remember, the world of coin collecting can be full of surprises, and sometimes a penny is worth way more than its face value. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on more coin tips and tricks. We're diving into the incredible story of the 2017 D-Mint marked Lincoln 1-cent penny, an unassuming penny that's currently valued at a whopping $1.6 million. That's right, folks. This little coin could be worth more than your car, your house, or even your retirement fund. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to cash in on this treasure hiding in your coin jar. Now, before we dive into why this coin is so valuable, let's quickly go over some basics. The Lincoln 1-cent penny has been a staple in U.S. coinage since 1909, but not all pennies are created equal. For example, most pennies from 2017 aren't worth much more than their face value, but there's one key exception: the 2017 D-Mint marked penny. You might be asking, what's so special about a penny from 2017? Well, it all comes down to a very rare mistake during production. This isn't just any regular penny. It's one that was minted with a major error. In 2017, the U.S. Mint produced a small batch of pennies with an unusual error. Normally, a mint mark is stamped onto the penny to show where it was made. The D-Mint mark indicates it was produced in Denver. However, in a handful of cases, the minting process was botched, leading to a highly sought-after variety with some serious flaws. This error occurred because the engraving on the die was too worn, causing the mint mark to be imperfectly stamped. The result? A distorted, poorly defined D-Mint mark that makes this penny extremely rare. The error is subtle, but when you compare it to a regular 2017 D penny, you can spot the difference right away. The mint mark looks smudged, or sometimes even doubled, which collectors consider a unique anomaly. So how does a penny that's barely worth its face value skyrocket to a staggering $1.6 million? The key is rarity and demand. Coins with rare errors, like the 2017 D-Mint marked Lincoln penny, can fetch incredible prices, especially if they're in near-perfect condition. In 2020, a 2017 D-Mint marked penny with this exact error sold for over $1.6 million at auction. That's because, despite the high volume of pennies minted that year, only a handful of these error coins were discovered. With the demand for rare coins always on the rise, the value of this particular penny skyrocketed. Keep in mind that this kind of sale doesn't happen every day, but if you happen to have one of these rare pennies in your collection, it could be your ticket to a significant payday. Alright, so how do you know if you have one of these million-dollar pennies? It's all about the details. First, take a look at the mint mark on your penny. If the D looks blurry, doubled, or poorly defined, you might have an error coin. Here's a closer look. A normal 2017 D mint mark is clean and crisp, but the error coin's mint mark is noticeably irregular. It may appear blurry, or the shape of the D might be doubled. Next, examine the overall condition of your penny. The more pristine it is, the higher the value. Coins that are graded as MS-70, meaning they're in mint, perfect condition, can fetch the highest prices. Now, keep in mind that not every 2017 D penny with a worn mint mark will be worth $1.6 million. But if you find one that's truly exceptional, especially in the right grade, you could be looking at a windfall. If you think you found one of these rare pennies, don't just rush to the nearest coin shop. The first thing you'll want to do is get it professionally graded by a trusted coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Grading is crucial because it gives your coin an official certification of its quality and authenticity, which can significantly increase its value when you're ready to sell. After grading, you can either sell it at auction or find a reputable coin dealer to make the transaction. Keep in mind that selling rare coins can take time and may require some patience, but if you've got a winner, it'll be worth the effort. So, before you throw away those pennies in your change jar, take a closer look. You might have a hidden treasure right in front of you. If you found a rare penny, or if you've got a collection of old coins you think might be worth something, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about your finds. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out on future coin tips and valuable coin discoveries. We're going to dive into one of the most incredible stories in the coin world, the 2018 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny. That's right, a coin that is currently valued at over $1.6 million. Now, I know many of you are interested in selling your old coins, and if you're holding on to a penny from 2018, you'll want to stick around because this could change the way you think about your collection. Let's jump right into it. First, let's talk about the 2018 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny and what makes it so special. Normally, this penny is worth, well, a penny. But there are rare exceptions, and some of these 2018 D pennies could be worth a small fortune, up to $1.6 million in some cases. So what makes them so valuable? It all comes down to a few key factors, including minting errors, rarity, and demand from collectors. Before we go any further, let's quickly discuss what mint errors are. These are mistakes made during the coin's production, and they can dramatically increase a coin's value. In the case of the 2018 D. Lincoln penny, one of the rare errors involves a double die or misalignment that makes the design look distorted. This happens when the die strikes the coin multiple times, or with a misaligned angle, causing a visible error on the image of Abraham Lincoln. Now, not all 2018 D pennies will have these errors. That's what makes them so valuable. They're hard to find, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. So how do you know if you have one of these rare 2018 D pennies? Here are a few things to look out for. As mentioned earlier, these happen when the die strikes the coin more than once, creating a visible distortion in the design. Sometimes, the penny isn't perfectly aligned when it's struck, leading to an off-center image. A die crack occurs when the design starts to wear down, leaving small, raised lines on the coin. If you spot any of these errors, you might have a valuable penny on your hands. So, how did a penny from 2018 go from being worth, well, 1 cent to a whopping $1.6 million? It all comes down to demand. Coin collectors are always looking for rare finds to add to their collections, and when a coin with a minting error surfaces, it can cause a bidding war. The 2018 D. Lincoln penny has caught the attention of collectors around the world, and the rarity of these minting errors has caused its value to soar. Also, keep in mind that the coin's condition matters too. A 2018 D penny in mint condition with a rare error will fetch far more than one that's been worn or damaged. If you find one of these in your collection, it's crucial to have it professionally graded. Now, if you think you might have one of these valuable 2018 D pennies, you're probably wondering, how do I sell it? Well, there are a few ways to go about it. First, you'll want to have the coin professionally graded. This is important because the value of your coin depends heavily on its condition. A reputable grading service like the PCGS or NGC will provide a certification that proves the authenticity and quality of the coin. Once it's graded, you can sell it through various avenues. You could take it to a local coin dealer, but keep in mind they may offer you less than it's worth. Another option is selling it at an auction, which could bring in higher bids. And of course, you could also list it online through platforms like eBay or specialized coin marketplaces. So, there you have it. The 2018 D. Lincoln penny could be worth far more than you ever imagined, and if you have one with a rare error, it could potentially be worth millions. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with other coin collectors. And if you've got any old pennies lying around, make sure to take a second look. You never know what you might have hiding in your collection. We're diving into the 2020 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, And trust me, you don't want to miss this one because we're talking about a coin that's worth up to $1.30 million. Yes, you heard that right. Before we get started, if you enjoyed learning about valuable coins and how to make the most out of your collection, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update from us. Now, let's dive into today's story about this incredibly rare penny. Alright, let's take a closer look at this 2020 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Now, I know what you're thinking. A penny worth $1 million? How is that even possible? Well, it's not just any ordinary penny, and that's where things get interesting. So let's break it down for you. This coin is from the 2020 release, but what makes it stand out is a rare error that occurred during its production. The 2020 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny has an unusual, highly sought-after mistake. You see, in some of these coins, the minting process went wrong and left behind a distinct feature, making these coins rare and extremely valuable. Typically, a Lincoln penny, especially from 2020, is worth just 1 cent, but in the case of this specific 2020 D penny, collectors have gone wild over it because of that mistake. Some of these error coins have been known to sell for as much as $1.3 million at auction. But before you start rummaging through your pocket change, let's talk about how you can spot the error and how to determine whether your coin could be worth a fortune. First off, the error that gives this penny its value involves a die clash. A die clash happens when two dies, which are used to strike the image on a coin, come into contact without a blank planchet in between them. This causes an imprint of the reverse design, or another coin's design, to appear on the face of the penny. For the 2020 D Mint Mark penny, this particular error happened with the reverse side of the coin, where the design of the Lincoln Memorial or other elements became visible on the obverse, near Lincoln's portrait. You're looking for that ghostly imprint that wasn't meant to be there. The error creates a very noticeable anomaly, and that's what makes this coin so valuable. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. How can you make sure that your coin is one of these rare gems? Well, here are some tips. First, check the mint mark. It's located on the obverse of the coin, near the bottom right, just below the date. If it's a D, you're already halfway there. Look for the error. If you notice a doubled or blurred imprint on Lincoln's portrait or surrounding areas that shouldn't be there, like an image of the Lincoln Memorial or other coins, you might have a valuable piece in your hands. Examine the quality of your coin. A coin that's in mint condition, with little wear and tear, will be worth much more than one that's been damaged. Now, let's talk about grading. To get the highest value for your coin, it needs to be graded properly. The higher the grade, the more it's worth. A perfect coin with this error could fetch up to $1.3 million at auction, but coins that aren't in great condition may only sell for a few $1,000s. So, make sure to get your coin professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC to get an accurate value. Once you've identified your rare 2020 D error penny, it's time to consider selling it. You can auction it off at a specialized coin auction, or even look into coin dealers who focus on rare and valuable pieces. Make sure to shop around and get multiple offers to ensure you're getting the best deal. For those of you watching today who might have some old coins lying around, it's always a great idea to check for valuable pennies like this one. Who knows? You might have a hidden treasure in your collection right now. In conclusion, the 2020 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is a reminder that even the most common coins can become incredibly valuable under the right circumstances. If you've got one of these rare error pennies, you could be sitting on a fortune, so make sure you check your pockets and your coin jars. And remember, if you're ever unsure, consult a professional or a reputable dealer to find out the true value of your coins. Thanks for watching today's video. If you found this information helpful, give us a thumbs up, subscribe for more coin news and tips, and let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin. See you next time with more amazing coin stories. Take care, and happy hunting for those hidden treasures.